Okay, today we are going to be talking about segment lengths. In the beginning of this lesson, it's going to look very simple, and towards the end of the lesson, when you have to do the algebra, it might seem a little bit more difficult. And if it does, just stay focused and keep writing and get everything in your notes. Because tomorrow you're going to have a study guide, and I'm going to do the study guide with you. And then you can use the study guide on the quiz. Got it? So just don't panic. Just keep taking notes. So what I want you to write in your notes today is that if point M is between points P and Q, and collinear, then PM plus MQ is going to be equal to P to Q. If point M is between points P and Q and collinear, then PM plus MQ equals P to Q. Now, here's a picture of what that looks like. If we draw a segment, and you make the endpoints of the segment P and Q. Yes. And the theorem says if M is between points P and Q, then M is in between here somewhere. And you put it in there. What this rule or this concept means is that this section right here, if we call PM this red piece, everybody see it? The red piece of that segment, if you take the red piece of that segment, PM is red, and you add it to MQ, which is supposed to be blue, which is blue. This is M to Q, isn't it? Then if you take the red piece and you add it to the blue piece, it equals the entire piece, doesn't it? Which is P to Q. It's called segment addition postulate. The red piece plus the blue piece equals the entire piece. But the red piece has a name. It's called P to M. And the blue piece has a name. It's M to Q. And those two pieces added together equal the entire piece. All right? Now, with that in mind, if you know P to Q, and you subtract M to Q, what would be left? If you know how far it is from P to Q, and you subtract the blue portion,
It'll be P to M.
P to M would be left, wouldn't it? Okay? And then if you know the entire piece, which is PQ, and you subtract the red piece, which is PM, what's left?
M to Q.
M to Q, good. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, you got it. Two small pieces and the entire piece. If you add the two small ones together, it gives you the length of the entire piece. If you know the entire piece and you subtract one of the small ones, then you know the length of the other piece. Yes? No, you can call the blue piece MQ or QM. Same with the red piece. The order of the letters right there doesn't matter. So if you were given a picture, let's say you were given this picture, and you had an X and a Y and a Z. And this piece is 15, and Y to Z was 9. And you're asked to find X to Y. Alright, wouldn't it be the 15 minus 9? 15 minus 9 equals 6. Alright, that's the rule or the concept in its most basic form. Okay? You add the two small pieces together, you get the entire piece. The entire piece minus one of the smaller ones equals the other smaller one. Then you're going to have to do some algebra to solve for a variable. So turn to page 16 and look at example 5. On page 16, example 5. Find the value of a and xy if y is between x and z. Xy equals 3a, xz equals 5a minus 4, and yz equals 14. So here's what that picture looks like. You got x, y, and z. And x to y is 3a. Y to z is 14. And the entire segment is 5a minus 4. We need to find a, x to y, and x to z. So you're going to have to set up an equation, and you're going to have to solve for a variable and then substitute. That's how this works. So one of your small pieces is 3a. So 3a plus the other small piece is 14 equals the entire piece, which is 5a minus 4. So if your 3a plus your 14 has to equal 5a minus 4, you solve for a. So you can subtract 3a from each side. And 14 equals 2a minus 4. You can add 4 to each side. And 18 equals 2a. And then you divide by 2. And 9 equals a. So there's your first answer. A is equal to 9. If you need the segment from x to y, well, that's 3 times 9, isn't it? 3 times 9 is 27. So x to y is 27. Well, the 14 is the 14. So they're asking for x to z. So if one small piece is 27 and the other small piece is 14, x to z would be 27 plus 14, which is 41. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the other type of problem that's in your assignment and will be on your quiz tomorrow, you're going to get the information, but you're not going to get a picture, and you're going to have to draw the picture. Okay? So I want you to write this information down, and then we're going to draw the picture. You're right. Your quiz is on Thursday. Tomorrow's your study day.
I thought you just said you were going to give us something right.
Bear with me. All right, so here we go. Find x and BC. If B is between A and C. AC equals 4x minus 12. AB equals x. And BC equals 2x plus 3. Okay, so once you get this information, you're going to get the information. You're not going to be given a picture. Now you're going to have to draw a picture, just like on the last problem. But the last problem, you were given the picture with the information in it. So if it says find x and BC, if B is between A and C, so if B is between A and C, you get A and C on a number line. You put B in between A and C. A to B is an x. B to C is 2x plus 3. And the whole piece, A to C, is 4x minus 12. So then you have to write an equation and you have to solve for x. So your small piece is x plus your other small piece is 2x plus 3. And your two small pieces added together have to equal the entire piece, which is 4x minus 12. So on the left-hand side of this equation, you've got x plus 2x plus 3. Well, x plus 2x is 3x. So 3x plus 3 equals 4x minus 12. Subtract the 3x from each side. Right, so 3 equals x minus 12, and then you can add 12 to each side. So 15 equals x. So that was the first question that they asked. You need to find x, then you need BC, and that was it. All right. So x is equal to 15. This piece right here is equal to 15. B to C is going to be 2 times 15 plus 3. So 2 times 15 plus 3. All right, so that piece is 33. And if you're asked to find AC, then you could just combine the two pieces, and 15 plus 33 is 48. Any questions on either of those types of problems? Say that again. B to C. B to C was equal to 2 times x plus 3. Well, we solved for x. X equals 15. So we substituted. Where the 15 was, we put, or where the x was, we put a 15. 2 times 15 is 30, plus the 3 is 33. This piece was just x, so whatever x was equal to is the length of that piece.
And then you just add it up, right?
Yep, and then you add the 2 smaller pieces together to get the entire piece. Any other questions on those notes from today? Okay. Your assignment. Your assignment is on page 18.
White,
14 through 24.
13 to 24.
14 through 24, and check the odds in the back.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, I'm at page 19. Bring me your planner.